Good Saturday afternoon, YouTube modeling community. Pappy here at West Georgia Rods and Customs. Hope everyone's getting them some R&R today. Either watching your favorite college team play football, sitting at the bench, doing whatever, but great start to the weekend here. Still we're kind of recuperating from last weekend's Acme Model Car Show over here in Smyrna, Georgia. Great to see everyone that come out. Great to see all those beautiful builds on the table. Really want to man, my hat's off again to the Acme Model Car Club. Great show every time they host that, and I'm still on a high from taking home the top 10. And I tell you what, and I appreciate everyone that may have voted for some of my builds, and I tell you what, a lot of beautiful builds on there on that table, 683 in total. So, but congratulations to everyone in the top 10, the theme award, as well as Mr. George Ramos, Vision 124, took home the top 10 with that beautiful Herbie Volkswagen Bug. Man, that thing was awesome. If y'all hadn't subscribed to George over there at Vision 124, get over there and look at that beautiful Bug. What's going on Pappy's bench today? Well, not a whole lot. Just, really after been building all summer, all year just for the Acme show. Thought I would not really build for the next couple months. I'm actually going to start molding. I'm in the process right now of doing some molds. If any of you that follow my channel, anything that comes out of the old West Georgia Rods and Custom shop, I like to put a big block motor in it. Whether it be a 454, 396, 427 Chevy motor, or what have you. So what did I do? I went out to the shop the other night and picked out a couple of kits that has big blocks in them. This right here is what I've got in the mold boxes is the 454 kit. It's actually one, you can build it a couple of different ways. You can build it either, a carbureted single carb type engine, or you can build it with a blown, where you got about a 671 blower right there, which comes with the, if you look right here, that kit comes with two types of manifolds. The one on top right here is the, Scully, give me a hand. You sitting up there, you ain't been doing crap all week. But this one right here, this is the one for a single carburetor, and this is the one for the blower as far as the intake. We got two halves of the engine right here, all blocked up and ready to pour the silicone in. Then we got a couple of set of heads, valve covers, end piece, the bearing case or bearing end plate for the blower assembly. Got the drive assembly off the front of it. Got a timing chain and the water pump assembly. Got the air cleaner that would sit atop just the single carb application, and then this big old 671 blower right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start casting. I'm not casting to sell. I'm casting just for me. Hopefully this turns out successful. I've been doing a little bit of research on how to cast stuff. And if many of you guys that goes to Hobby Lobby and sees some of these products right here that I've got on the table, this is what's used in the casting process of, if you want to cast for yourself. The white stuff right here, as far as this is just that fiber board that comes in probably a 2x4 sheet, and you can cut this with a razor to whatever size you want. Of course, what you got right here is just the good old popsicle sticks. So once you figure out what you're going to cast, you can make your mold boxes. Just use this as the base. This stuff here is the bottom. It's very slick. It's got a very slick finish to it, and that silicone won't stick to it. Just set your pieces over in there. Either take a hot glue gun, which I went and bought me another hot glue gun and some sticks right there. You can use this cutter here to cut whatever lengths you want to make your mold box. Once you get everything set in there, and how do you make it not move? You can hot glue them in there, or you can take the blue putty that you can buy at Hobby Lobby and just put it in the back of it, and that way it stays stationary while you're pouring your silicone in. So making the glue boxes or mold boxes it's pretty easy and just straightforward. What you want to do is once you get them stuck down in there, just take your popsicle sticks, cut them to whatever length you want, and glue them in there with a hot glue gun. Run you a bead down each side on the outside. As you can tell, let me get that. See, I've just run that bead of hot glue. That way none of the silicone, when you're making the mold, runs out. Well, what do you do once you get everything positioned to where you want it? This stuff right here is the Alumilite High Strength number 3 base, which is just an RTV silicone mold making rubber. You buy this is about actually $30. If you use the 40% off coupon that you can get at Hobby Lobby, it brings it down to about 20 bucks. So everything that you see right here, these 2 products right here, the cups and the measuring, if you use that whole kit right there, that's about 1 pound of silicone. You would take you take this bottle right here, the one on the right here, and you pour it in here and you mix it up really good. If you're making smaller molds, you would pretty much well measure all that out. I might do something a little bit different on tutorials about casting as soon as I can kind of get them figured out. But what you're making right here is just the mold box. Once you get everything mixed up, you get it's all you got about, I think it's a 45-minute work time, to where once it's stirred up, you pour it into here. And what I'll do is once I pour it in here, I'm gonna bring it up all the way level with the top of each one of these mold boxes. I'm gonna let them, once I get them all poured, I'll let them set up overnight and let that way I know that the silicone is set up real good. Tomorrow morning, maybe tomorrow afternoon, I'll pull the paper or pull this fiberboard here off and the popsicle sticks off, and then just demold everything. In other words, what I'll do is just take all the parts out, and that silicone will leave a form inside, and you'll have, hopefully I will have a pretty good mold to start pouring and making parts, just like that right there. Now this stuff that you'll see at Hobby Lobby right here, this is it's made by the same company that makes this stuff right here, Alumilite. This is the A and the B side. In other words, it's kind of like, it's a resin. And this is, it's RC3 casting resin. It's called Alumirez, but it's made by Alumilite. And you make, what you'll do, and you'll probably get a couple of these cups right here with this right here. What you'll do is you'll pour equal amounts out of the A side and the B side into these cups. Then you pour those 2 into another container, and you mix it up real good. Once you get it mixed, the part A, part B, you'll take the rubber silicone mold that we worked on today. It'll be upside down, or you'll flip it right side up, and then you'll just sit here and you'll fill the cavities up with the resin, the A and the B side. You let it set up for, I think it's about, let me get the instructions up. That's the demold for that. If you use the Alumilite RC3, work time is about 3 minutes on this stuff right here. So as soon as you mix it up, pour it into your mold, and 3 minutes time, and that's about when it starts setting up. And then after 10 minutes, you'll be able to pop out some parts similar to what, hopefully, these are some engines that I've got right here. Sorry for the glare, guys. But I've picked out a couple of engines that I may want to try to, just start fabricating myself. This eliminates me having to go, I need a big block motor. Well, let me go buy a kit that I really don't need and pull the motor out of it. So hopefully it's going to save a little money. This stuff right here, well, let me start off right here. This is about $29.99. Use the 40% coupon that brings these 2 products right here to about 20 bucks. And about the same for these 2 right here. I've had these 2 bottles for a while. So I think those were about 30 bucks also. So if you look at the cost comparison, and once you kind of figure this out about how to do and how to build mold boxes, things like that, I think that the payoff will be great. I hope. But, just trying to get it started. Just a little something different I'm going to try and hopefully be successful at. And, who knows? I might find me another type, another engine that I might want to try. But this is kind of just the simple way of starting out molding things. instead of using, maybe a pressure pot or a vacuum chamber to get air bubbles out of it. Man, I tell you, if you want to learn how to do molding, as far as molding parts and stuff, just get on the old interweb and put in parts molding. You'll see anything from molding model car parts to fish lures to jewelry, pieces to make jewelry out of. And, who knows? I mean, you can probably start a business out doing this. Not me. I just want to have fun doing what I enjoy, building these little hot rods that I love and I feel so passionate about. Man, I love it. Nothing like coming in here and knocking around, on the bench on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday evening, or even during the week, after that, and then, building a couple of these. This is just looking around my shop, but that's some of the ones that I've built here in the last few years. And every one of them, pretty much, got a big block in them. So that's why it saves me having to go out and buy a kit. Anyhow, done cut this thing into about 11 minutes here, so I think I'll quit boring y'all. I'll post progress as when I pour the resin, or not the resin, but the silicone over into here and let y'all see what's going on. Anyhow, remember guys, if you can dream it, build it. God bless y'all. Pappy out.